How's the week?
Got a sick kid, got one at full capacity. Uh, trying to get
And you're
started
trying
up
to
on a
learn
third.
two
Yeah, I'm trying
different
to learn
offers right
offers.
now.
Yeah, I'm going through one offer and like picking that up pretty good. And then trying to learn a whole new offer and still maintain the old offer. It's
Your
been an
week's
int
been a shit show.
Yeah, my week's been a shit show. It was weird. So the week
That is
overall
weird.
though has been interesting. And thank you to I woke up today congested as shit. I
I
woke up and
told
I was
you.
like, I woke up congested and I was like, damn, I can't even breathe. And I had like now my nose is all clogged up and I didn't have any of the fun last night.
Dude, you gotta get like the it's like the nose spray, but there's like a mint one and it like literally is kind of like sniffing wasabi, but like it works and it'll
That
clear your
sounds
shit up so
wild.
quick.
I seriously just turned the hot water on and just let like the steam go and then just blew the shit out of my nose. And it
Yeah.
worked out pretty well, but
Yeah, that works too.
that's been my week. So what's your week recap looking like?
Thankfully, it's like warmer here this week. And so I was like, okay, we're doing the park. We're doing all the things because I'm like, okay, we just need to get out of the house. I had to like go to the DMV today. And to be honest, I probably would have like put it off even more. I probably would have put it off like 2 months, but I need to take my health insurance license test. And so you can't take it with a fucking expired ID. So I had to do it so that I can take my license test next week.
The pictures with the chopped off hair, right? Or
Dude, yes, but wait, hold on. I'm gonna have to like crop out all my fucking details. Hold
yeah.
on, let me fold this piece of paper so you can't see my home address. That's the fun part about being a chick is that guys are fucking
Fucking
weird.
weirdos. That would be some real weird shit though. Like,
Dude, it is. I like so I've had a stalker before. It was like I was in my 20s. And so I did like promo modeling for like Jaeger and like a bunch of like companies like that where it's like very like I mean it's a fucking alcohol company. Like you're doing the like flirty, like, hey, da, da, all that stupid shit, right? And so I did that for a casino. And it was funny because it was me and two other girls. Like we were all like 5'10, long dark hair. So they ended up stalking all of us. Like it was
oh,
crazy. Like he would like follow us on Instagram. And thankfully, like this was like 10 years ago. So they didn't like Instagram was not what it is now. They would show up exactly where like she get ready and like it's like a backstage. And so they would like be waiting like kind of by the like back door where we'd come out at the exact time that we would be
that's
working. It was fucking wild. Like I ended up having to block this person and like so did the other girls. But so yeah, this is my like it cut
oh,
the
it cuts
picture off.
off.
I was
Nice.
like, fuck yes, I love this. It literally cuts the picture off right here. I was like, that could not have been more perfect. You can't even tell that I have short hair.
No evidence. Minus all
No
the
evidence. And so I love that for me.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's been my week. I mean, you're like kind of crushing it though, so far with insurance. Like,
Yeah, no, insurance is actually going pretty well, I feel. I had to sit yesterday, and it was so funny because like right in front of me, I have Zion, my 3-year-old, playing with the truck, going "Rrr, rrr," like all the way through this thing. And then Ziad wakes up, like seriously came home. He got sick, threw up middle of the school,
yeah,
threw up in the car on the way home, and then went like straight to bed. Like
yeah.
seriously, came inside, stripped down, gave him some new underwear so he could like have that, went to sleep. Comes out fully awake and is ready to play. Like he's fine, acting like nothing happened. So now him and Zion during this sick
This was
are
like he came out like mid, you're like on Zoom
mid
for an appointment.
presentation.
You're
Yes,
like setting
mid
someone's will up
presentation.
for free, and like
No,
your kid just comes out.
it wasn't even the will, it was just straight insurance.
Oh shit.
Straight insurance call with her husband. I mean, you've seen photos of me. So like now they're seeing me like this and they're like
Yeah,
reform story. But in the background, you just hear both
yeah.
boys going ham.
We'll put in,
I
I'll edit a picture like right here. We'll do like the before
okay.
Kenzie. And that's the person these people knew. And now they're seeing you like this.
And then it was funny too, because like so when I first moved home, I was talking to a realtor and I called him up. He tells me, he's like, well, I already have life insurance if that's why you're calling. He's like, I like have life insurance. It's all good.
Welcome
And
to
so,
insurance, the land of
yeah,
resistance.
yeah. And so he was like, so you won't really be able to help me out there. Well, and then we're talking, and he was like, look, man, he was like, that's really cool. Like, it's crazy you got out of construction and now you're into this. And he pitches me to get my real estate license and build his team. It was like, look, man, I got so many fires going right now.
You're like, bro, I am a single fucking parent on three different offers right now. Like, fuck all the way off.
Yeah. Like last thing I need to be doing is trying to educate myself and be
Yeah.
able to like speak intelligently to real estate.
And plus, real estate is such a fucking long sales process. Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna get into one of those more like official types of sales, like insurance is for sure the fucking shortest sales process. Like solar real estate, they're all such a long sales process. It's like I don't want my first payday to be 6 months from now. It's like
Makes
it's not a bad career, but it's like, yeah, it's
no.
like why not take an easier, like you're not calling somebody and one call closing them on a real estate deal. Like
No. No, not at all. And then, well, and of course, like, and I get it and I respect it. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, he's trying to build a team
yeah.
to a degree. In my head, I'm like, okay, you're building a team. I get what you're doing. So, he's like, no, like look into this, really consider this. Like, I'll get you on at the brokerage I'm at. And then like I got some deals that I can toss you right away. I'll tell
Well, and
people
it's
that
like,
all the
okay, if you
time.
have deals that you can literally hand me, like, why aren't you taking them?
He just said they were such low hanging fruit and just basically was like not worth my time. And I was like, whoa, dude.
No.
And those leads are funny. Those leads are funny because it's definitely a lot more like not business at all. And so like you're
No.
calling these people and it's funny because like our leads will tell you when they submitted this shit.
Yeah, they
So
know.
it's yeah, they know. So then like you tell them and you're talking to them and they're just like, wait, what's this about? And you tell them and they're like, no, like, why are you calling me? I don't know you
Dude,
did
I
this,
don't know
dude.
though. Like insurance leads are my fucking personal favorite. Insurance is my favorite because like if you can get past that like first minute, you're fucking
Yeah.
in. Like you just have to not fuck it up after that. But like
Yeah.
really it's like I think like the getting like you just have to get really fucking good at the intro and like getting into the conversation because once you are, it's like dude, they'll open up. But that
Yeah.
part's harder. That part is harder. But with committed, because like I did sales calls with them for probably like a month and a half, 2 months. And it's just such a longer because they're not resistant at all whatsoever. And so it's really easy as the salesperson to be like, oh, I fucking got this.
I,
Like I didn't close shit. And like I was like, I don't even know what the fuck is happening. Like, what do you mean? They're telling me their entire life story because I was so used to insurance where when that happened, like you actually kind of are in. But like, dude, committed, it's like then you're like listening to the whole fucking call to figure out what could have gone wrong and like where the fork in the road was. I like insurance
see,
for that reason. Cause at least like if you're not gonna close it, they'll fucking tell you in the first like 2 minutes.
yeah, they'll tell you to kick rocks real fast.
So fast.
Of like
100%.
shit. I'm
Well,
either
it's like
gonna
that's
let
when
you keep
opening
talking.
objections, because like books are fun, you're calling a business. And so to a
Yeah.
degree, they may kind of tell you to fuck off, but they can't like actually tell you to fuck off.
Yeah.
Insurance, like you're calling a personal fucking phone number. They can actually, I've been told to fuck off.
That I
Like
yeah.
I was DMing you this, like some guy literally answered the phone and was like, why are you calling me while I'm driving?
Well, let me set you a schedule time. Like, I'm
I
sorry,
was like,
geez, I apologize.
sir,
Sir.
I'm not God. I didn't know you were driving. You
Yeah.
answered the phone. Why are you answering the phone while you're driving? Like I didn't say
So
that, but I was just like, what the fuck?
I call it insurance lead. He answers the phone and I get to the like the fork in the road kind of and like it could have gone either way. Um and he just shut me down so hard so I couldn't take like the alternative route to get him further because he was like, "So
Yeah.
your name is Curtis?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "So it's safe to say I don't know you." And I was like, "No, sir, you do not." Like that, it's kind of one of those things. Like at that point, you're out. Like there's no bullshitting around that. Like it's a yes or no question. No, you do not. I'm with. And he's like, hold on. He was like, so you don't know me. I don't know you. You're calling me. Does your boss know you're doing this? Like, yeah, dude, he does actually.
You're like, no, I've gone rogue.
Yeah, basically, like, oh,
I'm like,
I
no,
went.
not yet. But like, we can be friends if you want to. Do you want to be friends?
Do you want to be friends?
I mean, what's
No,
he
no,
gonna
he
say?
wasn't done there. He wasn't done there. He kept going and got like this whole lecture of like why I shouldn't call people that I don't know and keep surfing the internet and just fucking off at work. And it was like, dude, like
That
if you
is
would shut the
hilarious.
fuck up for like
So you know what?
30,
Always like I've actually done this like kind of a lot, like an embarrassing number of times. Like if they start doing something like that, I'll fucking hang up and call them back. And then they'll answer because like they weren't done. So they will answer.
yeah,
And they go, hey Kenzie, like I'm so sorry. Like my connection dropped. Can you hear me okay now?
that is so funny. Just
I've literally booked people like that for insurance. They're like, oh yeah, like because then their train of thought is like just fucked, it's gone. And they're not
yeah, the
like,
the pattern interrupt on that is so strong because
dude,
like what
it's
do you
the
do at that
hardest
point?
fucking yeah. And then I'm like, can you hear me now? And they're like, yeah. And then before they even say anything, I'm like, okay, so yeah, I just want to get everything updated here, like when you were first looking into this. And I'm just like straight back into it.
That
When in
is
doubt,
great.
just hang up on them and
Just
call them
hang
back.
up and call right back because like I don't see much in the chat and then like I'll do stuff and you definitely called me out on it where it's like, hey, like post this shit. It's like I'm so bad at that
I
because
know.
in my head I am my own like I am just playing my own self. Like it's me and me. And
You're
so
just playing with yourself. You got to
yeah,
stop doing
exactly.
that.
Yeah, I'm just playing with myself. And well, and then I feel like the biggest thing is I'm playing with myself, but I can flip the switch if somebody actually made themselves a target where it was like, okay, like watch this motherfucker.
So I was like, dude, no, post it. Like you're actually doing shit. Like talk about it. Well, and it's like it's
And
so
who knows?
easy, like when you're doing like this work and especially being like remote, like it's so
Hmm.
easy to feel like you're just like on a fucking island and like nobody, it's like
Yeah.
you literally when you have too much alone time, sometimes it's like you start questioning, you're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like there's nobody around you
Yeah.
and you don't feel like anybody else is like going through the same shit. But like that's why I was like, dude, no, post that. Like, because that is progress. Like that is
Yeah.
progress. You're sitting on appointments, like you're getting plus leads, like, and I guarantee you're
Yeah.
not the only one that's doing that. And so that's why I was like, dude, just like say that because other
Mm,
people are doing it too. And so them knowing like everybody on the team, like knowing like, oh, okay, other people are actually doing the same
doing
shit I am. Like it helps
yeah.
everybody come
It
together and be like,
pushes.
okay, this is what I did. This didn't work, or this is what I did. This didn't work. And like, you
Yeah, it
know what I
starts to
mean?
build that community and that just like that team, like you said, because we are working remotely and
Yeah.
all over the fucking place. So it's definitely easy. And I feel like, I mean, just for me, like I'm definitely just that person too, where it's like I will play with myself. I will play with myself. And then as soon as somebody like designates themselves as a fucking target in my head, it's like, no, I'm gonna fucking destroy you so I can get back over to just doing my own shit. I have a sit tomorrow too. Actually, when he responded, he was like, yeah, first he started talking about educational benefits and like the whole nine of it. And in my head, I was like, oh, perfect. I have the knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, thank
You're
God
like,
I
I know how
have
to do this.
this
Wait.
stuff. Yeah. I haven't taken advantage of any of it, but I know where you need to go. And let's book an appointment. And he was like, yeah, like let's book it.
Okay, one thing that I thought would be really cool to like talk about is like something mindset related.
Mindset related. I think the transition, I think that's like probably where, and even getting into where I am now, the mindset change is drastic.
A lot of people that like, and what a lot of people don't talk about is like, especially as a single parent, like there is a level of like mental compartmentalization where it's like, it's almost like if you've ever seen like Vampire Diaries. I don't know if you're into that. It's kind of a chick show, but like, okay, whatever. There's this thing where the vampires can like turn their emotions off. And like I
Okay.
think about that all the time because I'm like, you have to kind of do that. Like, do you do something like that,
Yeah,
or like, what do you do?
sort of to a degree. I mean, I feel like the biggest thing, especially getting into it, and all of a sudden you have control over your schedule and you're making these calls and you're getting on multiple offers. It's super easy to get into such a like, I'm going to grind mindset. Then it's easier. I feel like the biggest thing for me on like on a mindset thing that I've realized, and then it goes back to like posting in the chats too, of like I can't get too high at the highs and too low off the lows. Because like this week,
Yeah.
it's
So how
easy
do
all of
you
a sudden
like
start to
pull
like blame
yourself
yourself.
back though? Like, how do you pull yourself back? Because, like, obviously, coming down off the high, you don't really have to pull yourself out of, but the
Yeah.
low, you for sure do. Like, how do you like pull yourself out and like re-regulate yourself where you're like, okay,
Well, I think for that on that end of it, like, yeah, like you said, highs, you don't really need to pull yourself off of them, but you
yeah.
do. You need to like be conscious of like, okay, I cannot get too high off this high or
Oh,
too
that's interesting,
because
actually.
yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like if you get way too high off the highs and then all of a sudden that next like whatever stretch, few days, whatever, all of a sudden you hit that low point, you're setting yourself up on such a hard ride, on such a roller coaster. And it's
Well, and
not
even
good.
like, I actually like
Like,
that perspective because, like, even if like you ride the high and you like get used to that, even just coming back down to like the median
yeah,
will
it's
feel
like,
like a
damn.
low. It's kind of
Yep.
like exercise dieting, like whatever. Like if you
Yeah.
are in a calorie deficit for too long, your body recognizes that as the new normal. And that's
Hmm.
like, I mean, kind of the same thing. And I never thought about it that
Right.
way.
It definitely is. It definitely is kind of the same ideal and the same principle of it. And yeah, I mean, yeah, if you get way too high off the highs and low off the lows, then you're just setting yourself up for a very uncomfortable ride. Um, and then
Yeah.
like if you do hit the points of highs and you kind of recognize like, okay, hey, this is going right now, like this is cool. Um, Write it out. Like enjoy it. Don't like fucking stunt yourself, but also
Yeah.
recognize what it is. And it's kind of one of
It's
those
almost
things
like
of
giving
just
yourself a
being
reality check.
check. Yeah. And just yeah, just giving yourself that reality check of like, hey, this is right now. But I know a lot of people or like you see people and you hear people, not so much I know people because I'm not that far into it, but the people that have been doing this shit for a long time, they know people that's like, oh,
Yeah.
they were high then, but they're real fucking low now. And
That's so
that's
interesting.
real high ceilings, real low floors. And it is
Yeah.
possible. Like, so
But
then,
I really
go
like that
back to like
perspective though, where
your,
it's like, because I feel like so many people talk about like pulling yourself out of the low to keep
yeah,
going. But like I've never even thought about that. And like I've definitely
yeah,
done it where it's like I'm riding this high and you're just like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. And it's so easy to keep going when you're on that high. But then it's like when things even just go back to like normal, it starts to feel like a low to a
yeah,
degree.
yeah, absolutely. And I think as far as even pulling yourself out of a low, it's kind of one of those things of like, okay, hey, like like it doesn't matter. At the end of every night, there is sunlight. And so it's kind of just, okay, I gotta have faith. I gotta have the vision and I gotta know that I am working towards my goals and having that like confidence and faith in myself and what I'm doing to really just keep pushing through, like you said, and know it isn't always going to be like this weird slump that you're in or whatever. And and actually doing like any type of actions. I mean, sometimes if it's during the day, you need to take a break. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm done calling for like 10, 15 minutes. Like, I need to like get my mindset back right or whatever it could just be a day like hey, especially as a single parent, like hey, I just need to go get my kids going to the park.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take them, do whatever, just reset myself, reset them. Like we're
Well,
just
yeah, and
gonna
especially like as a parent, like it's like you have to not only reset yourself, but like it's like a family reset. It's like a household reset. Like,
yeah.
all right,
And
motherfuckers, we're getting out of here. That's like, I mean, I
yeah,
not the fuck part, but that's like my phrase. Like whenever
yeah,
everything is crazy and like I'm like fucking overstimulated as shit, I literally even do the cowboy lasso thing with my hand. I'm like, all right, let's go to the park. Come on,
Hell
everybody out of the
yeah.
house. Let's
Hell yeah.
go.
Lasso it up, round it up. Let's
I
go.
do. I do it
I
every
like
time.
it. See, and for me, I learned that in California, especially transitioning out because there was a lot of lows and there was a lot of
Yeah.
tough days, and it was like,
Yeah.
but I recognized as a parent, like they're gonna feed up off whatever I got. Like you might not
Yeah.
say it, but like you may
No, they
not
do
say it
though.
or
It's
you can
so
hide it. They
true.
pick up on it and then they're out. So
No, they can feel
it's
like if you're
good.
overstimulated,
Yeah.
I've noticed that with Jamie. It's like whenever I'm
It's
stressed or busy,
Where's the
like I
couch?
notice he acts
The
out
couch.
more.
yeah, see, and it's really good. He wants to be involved.
You're the
Yeah.
couch.
Yep, I'm the couch now. No, and so yeah, it's good to have that reset. And I feel like the park or like just doing something with them where it's like, hey, and as an adult, you can push whatever that
Mhm.
is at that time. Like, okay, I'm just pushing it
Yeah.
out. I'm gonna enjoy this time with you guys. Like they're having fun. So then obviously like that itself gives you that little bit of like a okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like a change
Um,
of environment. Like I even like yesterday, I had errands
yeah.
to run, but like and it was like, shitty outside. And so like we went outside for a little bit and it started to rain and I was like, we just ran errands. But even that, like getting out like a environment reset,
Hmm.
like night and day difference. We got home and like chill, we had lunch. Everybody was chill, nobody was screaming. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's like just
Yeah.
the like change in environment, I feel like is freaking huge.
No, 100%. And yeah, so I feel like that mindset stuff. And I feel like a big thing for me too. Um, I feel like the biggest thing for me that I really like when I do have a low, like I'll remind myself I'm a lot closer to where I'm trying to get than if I were to turn the fuck back around.
Dude,
So
it's
I might
so
as well
true.
just
I
stay
have to
down.
like reality check myself on that all the time. Like, because I still feel like I'm like spinning my wheels like 85, 90% of the time. I like
Yeah.
feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm spinning my wheels. Like, I'm so busy. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then, like, what I do is take my camera roll and like I scroll back like a year, 2 years ago. And I'm like, oh, fuck, bitch, you're actually way further then like I
Yeah.
think because like I don't know, like I feel like as humans, like we compare ourselves to yesterday often, but like we don't compare ourselves to
Absolutely.
like the person we were a year or 2 years ago because it was so far away. We forget about that person. Like we're kind of a new version now.
Yeah, it's easy to forget and look past the growth you've had. And I feel
Yeah.
like you said, that's everybody. It doesn't matter your situation or not. Um, and I think like the other thing too is understanding with me and like in those moments too, I'm like, okay, hey, like I said, I'm a lot closer to where I'm trying to get than where I was before. And it's a lot
Yeah.
easier to keep going than to turn the fuck around. But
Yeah.
also on top of that too, it's one of those things of like, okay, I have a plan. I'm making consistent steps towards it. And so like when obstacles or bad time, like those lows come in, it's like, okay, this isn't end all. Like I've already done XYZ. So all I got to do is that next step. And then also it's just like having that faith of like, okay, what I'm doing is right and
Yeah.
just having that plan. And
It's like as long
I
as
feel
you're
like that's a
progressing, even if
big,
it's slow, it's like that's the point. That's the
yeah,
goal. It's just like it's not satisfying like at all
no,
whatsoever. It is not satisfying like day over day, even like week over week, and
yeah,
arguably month over month. Like it is just the most
yeah.
unsatisfying thing ever. But so that's why I like going back like a year because it's
Yeah.
like
That's actually a good like time frame to like go back to
it
too, like in
is.
your head, like really realize and recognize it.
I'll do
See,
like depending on how fucked up my mindset is, like I'll even go back as like as far as 3 years. Cause like when I brought Jamie home from the hospital, like I was living in a basement apartment that was like
mhm.
if you like basement apartment, it's actually what you think. It's that bad. It was that bad. Like it was
Yep.
leaky, there were bugs, like it was fucking disgusting. It looked like somebody was gonna get murdered in there. Like it was the worst thing ever. And at the time, I just like made it work. But like I'm like, and so the like I look back at that sometimes and I'm like, damn, that's a gnarly difference from where I'm at now, even though now I feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but like
Yeah.
I'm doing
Well,
something right.
I'm doing
Like,
something like Yeah.
Like,
And I it's just having for me, it's just having that like goal in mind too of like, okay, hey. And so it was
yeah,
really cool like doing like the high performance character and like seeing that then come into play because it was like, okay, like I did have to kind of shift my mindset a little bit and like really
yeah,
adapt. But that's when I really like was like, yeah, you can't get high off these highs like that. You can't get like you're just setting yourself up, especially in 1099 sales. You are
yeah.
setting
You just
yourself
have to
up
like
for
learn how to
such,
regulate yourself, which is
yeah.
fucking hard, especially like
Oh, absolutely. You're
I
just
feel
setting
like
yourself
we're
up.
the millennial generation, like we weren't taught to do that. Like
No, it
our
was
parents
definitely,
weren't taught to do that. Like we are the first generation of parents teaching the next generation to do that, but like we don't know, like we have to figure out how to do that all on our own. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, most definitely. And so I feel like that would be my biggest thing mindset wise that I've really like tried to focus on both ends of it. Like, hey, you can't get too highs off the highs, you can't get too lows off the lows. You're just setting yourself up for a really uncomfortable ride. So just stay 10 toes and send it. Like
Just full
this,
send.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like at that point, like I got the plan. So it's having that vision and just having faith in it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we're
go get
gonna
my
do it
other kid.
again next week. Yeah, go get your other
Yep.
kid.
Probably like, where
Good
the
shit.
fuck
I'll
are
tag
these
you in
people?
some
Good shit.
reels.